Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. By now in the series, you guys have figured that a talent doesn't do everything on their own. One part of it is the content, and the other part of it is the business side, right? So on today's episode, let's go meet one of India's biggest reel creators and the guy who's responsible for pushing her to newer heights. Let's go say hello to Niharika NM and Viraj Sheth. Niharika, Viraj, welcome to Creators Corner.
Thank you, Janice.
Okay, I want everyone to know that we are shooting this interview at almost 10 o'clock at night because Niharika is sitting in the US and Viraj and I are here in Mumbai. So time difference ki wajah se we are doing this very late night shoot, very late night. I want to start off by asking you guys, how did you both come to meet each other and how did you all start working together?
You want to take this?
No, take it, Viraj, because I want to hear your side. I will give my side. I want to hear what you think.
Man, I actually don't remember the details, but it was like 4 years ago, 2017, 2018 maybe. 2018 for sure. Yeah, 2018 when so I just thought of this whole idea of scouting more creators, working with more creators. I was already working with Ranveer. That's when he told me that, you know what, like, I know this one creator, she's like going to kill it in the future. She's the next big thing and you should check her out. And I was like, you know how Ranveer always hypes things up. And I was like, okay, sure. Like for him, everyone is the next big thing and the next big creator, right? I was like, it's just one of those things that he says. But he's like, you should definitely check out her content. And it was Niharika's channel. So I went through her channel, it was good stuff. She was only like 18, right? So the content was very raw and it was very teenagerish. So a lot of those Q&A videos that she had done, which I didn't relate to at all, even though I was only like 22.
What do you talk? I never made a Q&A video. I think I made one in my entire life.
Yeah, that's like, this is why. Or, like those sketch videos I didn't vibe with at all. Because first of all, I'm a Bombay guy. I don't understand Bangalore culture at all. So it's different.
Relatable comedy sketches for a teenager in English.
I think, but it was targeted more towards teenage girls. But I was like, okay, cool. Like she really has acting talent, and that was fantastic. So I was in my early days of being a talent manager, right? So I was only like maybe 2-3 months into it. So I was really scared to pick up the phone on her as well and say that, hey, you know what? Why don't I manage you? Because I didn't have any experience in talent management.
Correct.
So what do I pitch to her? So I really just winged it and gave her a call and just tried to vibe with her at a personal level. That, hey, this is my honest attempt at trying to bring you more work. Do you think, do you see a synergy here essentially? I think that's what Niharika really appreciated. I don't even know what she appreciated.
Yeah, I'm going to say like, okay, now you've called her up and now cut to Niharika. Then what happened?
So that's what happened. So now Niharika will tell you what really impressed her in the pitch and why she got on board.
I don't remember the pitch. I just remember him saying, listen, I want to manage you. Janice, at this point, I'm 18, I'm doing engineering. I just made some 4 or 5 YouTube videos and I'm like, manager for what? Like I'm making videos in my room. What is this manager? I was like, this is one big scam. He's trying to get some money out of me. I was just like, yeah, whatever. And then, Ranveer does his thing where he like hypes like people up so much. Oh, Viraj is the best. He goes on. And my naive 18-year-old brain, I was just like, oh my God, he probably is. Okay, like, let me just, join his company, whatever. And that's how I think we started off. And after that, like, there have been so many points. I stopped doing YouTube videos completely. And he was Viraj, I think, for the most part, was the biggest reason I stuck to content creation, because I just kept giving up because academically I was sound and I just thought that was the kind of...
She was the topper in the college, not sound. She's a 9 point something.
Oh, chill out.
Great. Okay.
So I just took the academic route because I knew there was stability and I knew like I planned everything in my life and I just knew that this would just get me somewhere. And content creation is so unstable. People are relevant now, people are not relevant tomorrow. And especially when I moved here, I just knew I couldn't do it anymore because one single person can't do lighting, equipment, sound, script, everything. And I really did not have it in me. And I think that's where I gave up. And lockdown happened, and then Viraj was just like, oh, like get on TikTok. And I was just like, I refuse to, like with every cell in my body, I refuse to. I was like, I will never get on TikTok. He forces me, like we have a full-blown argument. I get on TikTok, it gets banned the next day. And I'm like, see, like I told you it's not written in my video. Like
after 6 months of me putting forth points that TikTok is the shit, like you have to.
He pitched TikTok to me
like I own
like he personally made the app.
Exactly. And I would just be like, what is wrong with you? I do not enjoy that platform. I'm just not going to get on it. And the day I got on it, it got banned. I'm telling you, it's me. It's because of me that it got banned. I got on it and it got banned.
How did Reels and all of that happen then finally?
So TikTok also got banned. And now Viraj, he didn't have any way to make me to do content. Okay. So he just was like, Niharika, you have so much talent. This I've been hearing for 5 years. At this point, I just don't believe in it anymore. I'm just like, yeah, you're saying this, so I'll get back into it, whatever. Then Reels, the feature like starts, and he basically just asks me to like give it a shot. And I'm just like, what point of like, I can't do this anymore do you not get? And he does this whole emotional drama of how he's always believed in me. I really lost it. Always like, you know, it went from like yelling at me to like becoming emotional to giving me advice to like yelling at me again. And then I was just like, okay, we'll do a deal. I'll make 10 reels. If something happens, I'll stick to it. If nothing happens, I'm out. And he was just like, okay, done. So and in those 10 reels, a lot happened.
By this time, Janice, I have lost everything. Okay, I am just like, dude, this girl does not understand how much unfulfilled potential she has, and I will not be able to sleep at night if this just goes down the drain, and if the world doesn't get to really understand what she's made of. And I was like, okay, you know what? This is literally my last shot. Thank God Reels came in, because otherwise the insane amount of popularity that she deserves would not have been possible, because she was already fairly popular on YouTube and she was one of the earliest creators on the platform, right? This was way before even the Geo era started.
Correct. So this was a good 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, she had already sort of gotten her due on YouTube, where she had established herself that, hey, you're funny, we relate with you a lot. So I wasn't just saying it because I was some visionary who had too much eye for talent. That was part of it. I'm not going to lie. That was part of it.
All part of it.
But a lot of it was already proven. People, I mean, I have seen how her fans like react when they see her. It is unparalleled. I have not seen that kind of, emotional bond with too many creators. And people have cried seeing her in person. It's crazy the things that have happened with regards to fans, honestly. And I'm like, Niharika, if you still don't believe in yourself and the fact that your content really touches lives, I'm sorry, I'm done. Like, I'm so done. I was not, but I just had to tell her that to make her feel a little scared that, okay, even Viraj is not going to back me up now. Shit. And I really, that was the goal.
But I want to ask you, right now, you've blown up on Reels, you're working with so many brands, you're creating all kinds of content, you're tapping different platforms, but also because you've gone all the way to the US to do your MBA, you're studying, you're also academically inclined. How do you sort of now see yourself going ahead from here? Because you have an academic goal, but at the same time, now this entire internet business has become a real business, right? So how do you go, like what path do you choose? At any point you have to choose?
I feel like that's what I've struggled with for the past 5 years, because I've never been able to pick one and I had to do both. And that's why I think I haven't been able to do either to the best of my ability. But I think
I don't know what best of the ability Niharika thinks. Huh?
No,
She's
Janice,
already got
thanks
a
for
million
asking that
plus,
question.
and I'm like,
No.
"Kya lagta hai ki matlab it should have been 30 million or 40
No,
million?"
I just, not in terms of numbers. I'm talking about how consistent I am as a creator, or how much content I could produce in comparison to other creators. Like, people put out like content in terms of like 2-3 reels per day. I can manage to churn out 2 per week, maybe. That's on a good week. And that's not the best that I could possibly do if I had more time. If I just had time to do content creation, I don't know what else I'd be capable of. So I think that's where I kind of feel bad. But my MBA is entertainment and finance focused. So I kind of found like an overlap where I could kind of enjoy the best of both worlds. And as far as the job side of it is concerned, I might do something just for an experience type of thing. And once content creation gets like bigger or like more involved, I would probably switch. But for right now, I think MBA gives me enough time to balance both. So it's better than engineering. Engineering did not give me time at all to like balance both, but MBA is so much lighter.
I had a case study about Niharika in one of her classes. That
what?
Hey guys, just Niharika has had this phenomenal growth on her Instagram.
Yeah.
See what growth hacks she applied. This is your assignment for class today.
Did you ever do your own masterclass in your MBA program?
Oh, no, I didn't. So basically, my professor, he just picks up my I didn't even know this was happening. Okay. I'm sitting in class all ready to write down. My picture pops up. I am so embarrassed. Janice, I could have cried. Like, I was so embarrassed because it's just so embarrassing. And he starts playing my videos. I don't know. How it's just embarrassing when people just play it in front of you and everybody knows. And it's just so weird. And then he tried to like explain how this growth happened. And it was just visuals of me and like my numbers, and I was just so awkward and I almost wanted to die. Like, I just wanted to spontaneously combust and die, but it was awkward. It went on for like 3 hours and I was just like, I just never want this to ever happen again.
As well. But Viraj also, as someone who's seen her go through a slump when she didn't know what she was doing with the content creation world, she wanted to quit, she wanted to get out of the space. And now that you see her sort of being this sensation, how have you seen people in the sort of, how do I frame it? I don't want to say internet world, but among creators, how have you seen they, sort of change their reaction and attitude towards a creator like Niharika?
You know this best. The media industry, in the showbiz industry, in India or anywhere,
numbers bigta.
Yeah, like it's super transactional, right? Even with people, only when you are on your peak, everyone will drop you a DM. Hey, how are you doing today? Are you in this city? I'm also in this city. Let's collab, And when you're not creating any content and when you're not having any numbers, you're dead to them, right? Essentially. So that's exactly what happened. Niharika, through the last year of her engineering and first year of MBA and all of that, was not creating content at all for a while. It was 2.5 years, and she was very on and off. Maybe 6 months she'll upload one video and stuff like that. So people sort of started questioning and, felt like, what, she's just a slacker. She's not ever going to make it, or, forget it. She was big earlier. She's not relevant anymore and things like that. Which again, see, I understand not everyone will back you and not everyone will be there for you. But just to be super transactional and say hi, hello to people only when they're at their peak is not something I completely vibe with. Even though I completely understand that everyone's busy in their own lives, so I don't expect it as well, but it's just something I don't vibe with. And I know that, okay, if it's like, wait it out a little bit. The person has she's just gone viral again, okay? And there's people reaching out right in the next week and they've not messaged her for years at a stretch. Okay, and they were friends when she was mildly popular in the YouTube era.
That's the worst part, which is why I stopped being friends with influencers. I have 3 or 4 influencer friends that are literally my best friends, but I just do not try to create a friendship with an influencer because I'm just like, tomorrow if something happens, you're not going to be there for me. So I just...
Yeah, so it wasn't shocking to see, but it was disappointing to see that.
I love it, guys. I'm glad I didn't ask you guys too many questions beforehand, because I feel like what I organically discovered is far better than what I would have if I had prepped for this interview too much. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.